Hi all, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Maestro it's Raz. This is my sixth video on the topic Autopilot for Everyone. In this topic, I'll be covering mostly the pre-built tool from UiPath. So what is this? I can explain you with a small use case. So you all are familiar with the Autopilot for Everyone, and just one recommendation is that if you're watching this video for the first time, I would strongly recommend you watch my previous videos on the topic Autopilot for Everyone because this is a continuation to my existing videos. So coming back to the topic, so we, at least who are watched the videos are familiar with the autopilot for everyone now. So let's say that we have a use case that I want to send an email. Very simple use case. So I'm suggesting send email to, I'll give my email ID, highlighting the importance of autopilot for everyone. So I'm requesting autopilot to send an email to this particular email ID, highlighting the importance of autopilot for everyone. So it gives me a reply which is expected only. It mentioned like I apologize, I don't have the capability to directly send emails. However, it will draft the things, but it cannot send an email. When I say send an email, it's basically doing an action, correct? So if you remember my previous video, I was actually created an automation and I have integrated with autopilot for everyone so that it could take some action. So in this case, sent email, what is expected? It needs to send an email to a particular email ID with this content. That is perfectly fine, but the question is from which ID I'll send the email. This is a big question, right? Because I'm asking Autopilot to send an email. It can send an email, but from which ID? How it can send the email? This is a question. There it comes the importance of integration services. Or the other options would be that I have to go to the studio. I have to build something for sending an email. Then I have to integrate it with Autopilot for everyone. So I'll go to my orchestrator. Okay. So if you see here, I'll start with the home page so that you can also follow the similar steps. Okay, go to the orchestrator. I'm going to orchestrator, and we know that I'm connected to the autopilot for folder. There are different process, and if you closely observe the processes which we have, out of which five are inbuilt from the autopilot for everyone when I have installed autopilot for everyone. But if you see here, get account balance is something which I have developed in my previous video, and this I have added as a tool to the autopilot as a process, correct? So if I want to send a email for this one, definitely one is expected is that I have to go to the studio, I have to build something for sending an email. When I build something, definitely I will clearly configure that from which email ID I need to send the email. I have to deploy it and then I have to send add this as a process here. For example, the send email process is here. Then if I integrate with autopilot, if I ask the question, it will definitely come and it will send the email, correct? So now the question is if I'm asking like, okay, you send the email, now I want to configure a meeting or I want to set up a meeting for this person for this particular date and time. So what is expected? I need to again build a process with different arguments. So if I open the studio, I might need to create something similar, right? I have to start with something for sending invite and these many arguments I'm expecting to email, date and time, subject, body, everything is expected. I have to something build here for the meeting invite, correct? But the question here is like, I can do this one definitely if I'm doing something for my organization. Let's say there is an organization applications and I need to do something like login, if I want to search for something or if I want to submit something, if I do want to do some maker action, checker actions, all these things definitely I have to create separate task and then I have to integrate with autopilot for everyone so that it has the capability to do interaction with my particular tool in my organizations. But if I'm asking about sending email and all, these are like generic activities, right? So if I ask to send an email, the from ID might vary, but definitely what is sending email will be common across the organizations, correct? So here, if you see here, I have this get account balance. So if I club with my sending email, I will have something for sending email, sending invite. So many process will come here if I'm integrating with autopilot for everyone. So if I'm telling you that UiPath knows that this creating tasks for each and everything is difficult and it is time consuming, what they have done from their side is like they built few process already and packed as a solution for us so that we just need to upload it as a solution so that everything will come in proper format. So that is the main importance of this today's topic, pre-built tools from UiPath, which we can integrate with Autopilot for Everyone. So the question is from where I can actually download these packages. So if you go to UiPath Marketplace, okay, I'll go for the home page so that you can also navigate accordingly. So if we go to home page, scroll down, you will see like Autopilot for Everyone automations. And this all you can skip, you can actually read it what all other things. If you see here right now we have four options. One is like Autopilot for Everyone productivity, product and engineering, sales, admin app. So what these things do, you can actually click on this one to see like what all processes are incorporated as part of the solutions. So I'll just take an example for Autopilot for Everyone productivity. You don't be confused with this image because this doesn't mean that this, all these packages are included as part of this productivity. No, this is out of the box automations provided by the UiPath. Autopilot for Everyone productivity bundle of the out of the box automations. Okay, so Outlook definitely. Manage email, send, forward, delete, move, schedule and update calendar events, create, update and complex tasks. All these are included already in the solutions. Teams, if you want to do something on the Teams, it is included. Then we have these many options available: the file, G Suite, OneNote, PDF if you want to add password protection, Slack, Zoom, generate AI image. This doesn't mean that if you upload this solution you automatically you can create AI image. No, it definitely requires some AI units and some additional integrations are required, but it will give you the process already in place so that you can generate AI image, provide prerequisites are there in place. Then product documentation, this is fine. So these two things are already bundled here in this part of the product, Autopilot for Everyone productivity. So I'll sign in and then I'll download it first. So I have already signed in. Now I have the option to download. Click on download. So it will take some time to download the solution package. Okay, so now it got downloaded here as a package here, Autopilot for Everyone package. So now let's go to the orchestrator, go to tenant because this is basically we are uploading a solution package, right? Go to solution and here under packages you can see already Autopilot for Everyone is available because we have installed Autopilot for Everyone. But now we are uploading the solution package. Click on this one, go to downloads. We have productivity package available here. Click on OK. So we have to, the status is important. It shows like pending. Let's refresh and see it is ready. But it is not active. So what options we have is like you have to deploy the package. So I'm clicking on deploy the package. I can select for which folder I need to deploy the package. So I'll do it in shared and tool automations are there. Then I'll just select this one, insert as a new folder so that it will come under here. Productivity will be the name of the folder. If you want to change the name of the folder, I would mention like productivity process. I'll mention continue. So I'm deploying the solution here in a particular folder. I'm creating it as a subfolder. Let's wait for the package to complete. So it gives me all the options. If you see the productivity process, the folder name came as expected. And these are something which is already explained in the documentation. Like for example, if you go to Outlook, the number of processes you see, so many number of processes are already there in place. So once I complete the deployment, it is similar to I prepared all these process manually from the studio and then integrated with Autopilot for Everyone. So this is equivalent to I'm developing process for all these tasks and then deploying to Autopilot for Everyone. All this time it got saved because UiPath already given me a solution package for productivity automations and these many options are already available there. So I'm clicking on deploy. Okay, so one thing you have to see is like if I go to the deployment now, it is showing as inactive. So I need to activate it first, activate deployment. So I have to type this Autopilot for Everyone productivity automations. So activate the deployment. Okay, so yeah, I think it is showing as inactive, but it is already active. It might be some sync issue. I'll just refresh it and I'll go back to the deployments one more time to confirm the activation status. Now it is showing as activate. So now if I go to Outlook automations, if you see here, once it is activated, all the processes are coming into picture. You see these many processes automatically came here in the orchestrator. So if I go to autopilot, this we have processes specific to autopilot here, but we have actually done productivity process also. If you see here, these many processes are there automatically came here. If we select different folders, process corresponding to each folder will be displayed here in the orchestrator. So the idea is we got some solution package from the UiPath side, we uploaded that and it got reflected here in the orchestrator. So these many setup we have already done now. Okay, and one more thing you can notice is that these processes are already tagged with autopilot. So if you go to autopilot, admin, AAA concept, go to admin, go to AI Translator, then select autopilot for everyone. Tenant is for installing autopilot. And now if you see under the tools, there is a tool bundle option. So which productivity, if you see here, update is available. I can click on update, updating productivity solutions. That is one thing. And even if we go to the configure tools, if I mention like I need to select the folder autopilot and then autopilot enabled process only. So here under productivity process, if you select, these are already selected for autopilot because these are already tagged under autopilot by default. Even if you select Outlook will be there, right? Outlook automations. You select any of the process, it is already connected with autopilot. So this you have to remember, like when we are connecting for out of the box automations, just download the solutions, upload to the solutions package and make sure that the deployment is done and the deployment is active, then we are good. It is already integrated with autopilot for everyone. Now let's go back to autopilot for everyone. I'll restart autopilot for everyone so the changes will get reflected. Exit the autopilot and restart. So now I'll ask the same question to autopilot for everyone. I want to send email highlighting the importance. So previously when I asked these questions, it gave me an apology message that it does not have the capability to send the email. But now I have given the capability. Now if you see here, I'm happy to help you. But there is a question here. I have given the process that you can send email, but I haven't configured like from where I need to send the email, right? Whether I need to go with Outlook, which email ID I haven't selected. That is the reason why you see here connect to Microsoft Outlook 365. This is a one-time activity. You don't need to specifically do from Autopilot for everyone. It basically use integration services. So where you can see the integration services, if you go to, I'll start from the home button so that you know how I'm doing the navigations. Okay, I go back to admin. I have to select the tenant. There are services available. Under the services, there are integration services. Now, if you see here, let it load. Just give me a moment. There are different connectors are available under integration services, and it is very important to know the integration services. I can create a separate video for you on the integration services. But now, if you see here, for specific use case related to autopilot for everyone, there are no existing connections available, right? I can actually add a connection. I have to select for which one I have to add the connections. I need to add a connection for Microsoft Outlook 365, correct? If I have added these connections already from here, then there is no questions like from which I need to send these connections. But since I haven't created any connections here, it is asking me like connect to Microsoft Outlook 365. So I can either create it here or I can use the same path from Autopilot for everyone for creating that connections. For now, I'm connecting from here and it will automatically be reflected here in the orchestrator also. So I will see like how it is done. I'm establishing the connection. It goes for the authentication. And if you see the screen which is getting displayed, this is exactly the screen which you will get if you try it from the integration service as well. So where I have to one, this I'll select autopilot. I can select any folder, but I'm selecting autopilot. And over to authorization code is fine. Click on connect. Connected to at gmail.com. Just click on next. So it will ask for Microsoft authentications. I have to send code. So it will ask for the OTP. So I enter the OTP, then click on yes. Next. So these are something by default coming from Microsoft only to verify our authentications. So now I have actually continued the steps and successfully created a connection. If you see here, it is connected Microsoft Outlook 365. So now I'll do one thing. This is already timed out, so I'll exit and try again. So I asked the same question again. Now if you see, I have actually downloaded the bundle, imported the orchestrator. Then I know like for sending email, I need an integration service. So I created a service specific to my integration only, and I'm asking a question to send an email or whatever it is. If I'm asking a question to set up a meeting invite also, it should work because everything works based on that integration service. So let me ask that question here again. Actually, after one more restart, it worked fine. So I have asked the same questions. Now, if you see here, it is not asking for the connections, but instead it gives me subject, recipients. If I want to modify the message, I can modify that. Save as draft. No, I'll send it only. So true. It's I'm changing to false. I'll run the automation. So here, if you see here, with that bundle and with the integration service, I got a tool capability to send the email. So if I got only sending email capability, no, I got a bundle of properties. Let it run in the background. If you see here, what all properties I got from that bundle, these many process I got. If you see here, Google is there, PDF automations is there, Outlook automations is there. All these capabilities I got. I'll go to the orchestrator. It is from the connection side. So now go back to this one. It's sent successfully. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Now if you see my email, it sent me an email. I'm just reporting it like reporting, not spam. But if you see, it goes to my inbox, importance of Autopilot for everyone. It sent all these emails. So from where I got this email, I got it from Autopilot for everyone and mentioning the importance of Autopilot for everyone. Now, if I ask the same question, schedule a meeting for tomorrow 4 p.m. with the same person. Okay. So now, once the integration is successful, it could do multiple actions which are already available in the bundle. There are few spelling mistakes, but I think it will ignore. The autopilot will have the capability to do that one. I'm scheduling an Outlook calendar for tomorrow at 4 p.m. And you see, it gives me the option to modify because for scheduling, definitely I need a start time and date. So everything looks fine. It is for 1 hour. Description is there. Attendees is there. I just selected normal, important, schedule calendar. All these options are coming by default, which is a very good thing. I'm running the automation. So these all are part of out of the box automation from the UiPath. Okay. So it will run the job. Yeah, perfect. The automation is successful. Now maybe we'll try another example. If you see the options available here, so there is something called as PDF automations, right? And if you see what the PDF automations will do, it has one process for PDF automation, password protect PDF file. So let's give it a try. I'll attach one PDF. Okay, so there is HR company policy document. I'll request HR policy document and then make this password protected. Okay, I just uploaded one file and I requested it to make it password protected. So here make this password protected, thinking which process to run. So analyzing the document. So it should understand that I should put a password for this particular PDF after analyzing the document and the prompt which I have given. Okay, now if you see here, it is giving me password protected PDF file option, and it should give I should enter the password. So I'm just entering like password only, just sample one, and click on run. And if you see the input file path, it is showing like temp file path. So I'll just change the file path for in my machine. I'm clicking on run button. So the expectation is this password, the file which I have given, it should give me an output file which is from a different path, which is password protected. Okay. So now if you observe the output from the autopilot for everyone, it is giving me an actual path where the password protected file path is given. Let's see like how it is working when we open the new password protected file. So we have the file available here on the same locations. Let's click and open it. Okay, so once we open it, it is actually asking me for the password which is expected. I'm entering the same password which I have configured in the autopilot for everyone. Perfect. So if you see here, it is opening with the password which we have configured. That means so with the help of the bundle provided by the UiPath, autopilot for everyone got a capability to do the password protection for the PDF as well. So these are so there are a lot of other activities available. Definitely, you can give a try on different things, not just the productivity package. You have other out of the box automations from UiPath as well. There are three or four different options that are available. You can definitely go through these options and you can try out from your own side, like how to you can import the solutions. You can actually try some use cases from your side. Just be familiarized with what all actions are available and are provided in as part of our out of the box automations in the UiPath. So I hope this video is useful, and if you have any questions or anything you need help from me, definitely you can put that in the comment box. I'll be monitoring the comment box and I'll give you the reply there as well. So thank you for watching and have a great day for everyone. Thank you.